Hi YouTube, it's Mama John. I am a single mom to a little 2-year-old girl, and a part of being a single mom is living on one single income, and living on one single income and eating can be kind of rough. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite frugal grocery staples that I can keep in my kitchen. I know I can always go to, make a ton of different things with. These are the ingredients that I will buy almost every time I go to the grocery store if I don't already have them in my kitchen. This is actually a collab with Deandra from Smart Mom Guide. 5 different ingredients that I'm talking about in this video, but we actually have 10 different ingredients total that we think should be staples in your kitchen if you're trying to shop as frugally as possible with your groceries. Stick around, hear my 5 ingredients, and then totally go over, check out her channel. She's gonna have 5 more awesome ingredients that you guys maybe haven't thought. Further ado, let's get started. So one of the first items that I always go for are potatoes. I don't always get like the whole potatoes. Usually I get these just boxed potatoes because they are cheaper. Of course, whole potatoes are another great thing to use because you can utilize those in so many ways. You can also get frozen potatoes, but these are one of the cheaper, filling, starchy items that I really like keeping in my kitchen. I use these for so many things. I turn them into casseroles, meat pies, and of course you can also just eat them as a side. Next item I love are squash. I almost always have a squash in my kitchen. These are super cheap. They're usually like $1 to $3, and there is so much food. These are really heavy, super starchy, and very filling. In the way that I cook any type of squash, whether it's spaghetti squash or butternut squash or acorn squash, is I will cut it in half and then bake it in my oven, usually in a dish with a little bit of water. I'll have it facing down into the water so the hard part is on the outside, and that kind of just cooks it, makes it really soft, so then I can carve it out and do whatever I'm going to do with it. Sometimes I'll just eat it chopped up. Sometimes I'll turn it into a casserole, but this is a super filling, healthy, fresh food item. Of course, you guys already know I love my ramen. You really cannot get cheaper than ramen. I think a box of 12 at my local store is like $2.50. That makes these less than 40 cents a piece. These plain, or you can check out my ramen video, which I'll leave in the description box below, where basically I have a bunch of different ways that you can utilize these and make them fancy. I absolutely love is either oatmeal or grits. I just pulled out grits to show you guys. Again, one of these super cheap, easy meal things. The thing I love about grits more than oatmeal, my daughter loves oatmeal, so I get a lot of oatmeal for her, but grits for me is because you can make these savory, you can make these salty, you can make them sweet. Grits can go so many different directions, and it can be mixed in with other items. It's one of those filler foods that you can add in. It's super filling for you, really cheap to cook with. Makes that meal bulkier and more filling, but does it at a really cheap cost. Last thing is, I love seafood. 2 of my favorite foods are scallops and shrimp, and neither scallops nor shrimp are very cheap. Always trying to think of ways to make cheap seafood type items. And a fish that I always go for is frozen tilapia. Frozen tilapia is super affordable. It's probably the cheapest fish that you can find in the Midwest United States, unless you're like going out to the river and getting fish yourself. Love frozen tilapia. I'll eat this plain. I will turn it into fish tacos. I will make my own homemade fish sticks. These are one of those things that can go 100 different ways, and it's a fish that is super affordable if you're like me and you're like a huge fish lover, but you can't really afford like 90% of the seafood items on the market because they are so pricey, especially in the Midwest where I live, because they're being shipped in. My 5 different frugal grocery staples that I love having in my kitchen, and a few of the ways that I use each of those items. But there are 5 more frugal food items that you guys can learn about by checking out Deandra's channel. I will try to leave a link somewhere in this video right now. Or if you miss it, you can go down to the description box below and check out her channel there. Please go check her out. She's going to have 5 more awesome items for you guys to think about keeping in your kitchen that won't break your budget. If you're interested in seeing more videos about my single mom life, or frugal hacks, or groceries, or zero waste lifestyle, feel free to come back to my channel anytime. You guys know I love having you here. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.